Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I'm your boy Buzz, and I'm joined by my dude Goose, aka Bull Scripted, and we are joined also by Matt Berkland at ChaiBurk96, and we are here to recap Chicago Bulls' loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, 121-117. Before we do that, be sure to go to ontapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Bulls on Tap, at ontapsportsnet. Following Goose at Bull Scripted. Following Burke at ChaiBurk96. Follow me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review, because that's cool and tough. So I was talking major shit our last post game. I'm like, we're going to come out against the Timberwolves. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, boys. We're going to come out and turn this around here. We just came off 3-game win streak. It's going to be fine. Goose, why was it not fine?
Because the Timberwolves have a more talented team than the Bulls. The record doesn't show it, but as you saw tonight, Ricky Rubio is a better point guard than we have on our team. Karl-Anthony Towns is a better center than we have on our team. Anthony Edwards is probably going to be a better shooting guard than anyone we have on our team. No offense to Zach LaVine, but Edwards has that kind of upside this way. He was the number one pick. Jaden McDaniels, somebody I talked about the Bulls drafting. Timberwolves stole him. He's now their power forward. He's somebody I would have liked to see backing up Lowry. I guess he would have been replacing Lowry at this point in time, but they got a lot of fucking talent over there. And I should have went with my gut and bet against the Bulls and took that plus 200 line with the T-Wolves on the money line because, what happened tonight. And if I would have known the added story that tomorrow is the anniversary for Carl and his mom, his team came out fighting for him tonight, and the Timberwolves stole this game. I don't even know if they stole it, but they took the shit out of this game.
No, they just beat the shit out of us from basically. I mean, we kind of made a comeback there, and then that was basically all it. Burke, what did you see in this one?
I would even build off of that and say we weren't opportunistic either. There were quite a few times where we would have, you would see Ricky Rubio down guarding one of our bigs, and we wouldn't dump it in. We'd treat it like if we had Wendell Carter Jr. still down there. But you have a top 5 center, and Nikola Vucevic, that you got to get the ball to there. Even if he is missing some of these, easy shots, he's, just keep feeding him, and volume should correct that.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. We came out flat. And what's kind of crazy to me is like the ball movement was just something I didn't like to see, even though our first 7 baskets, all 7 of them were assisted tonight, boys. So the ball was kind of moving around there and opportunities were being made a little bit, but it was just everybody seems so flat. You get 9 first half points from Zach. He finishes off with 30 points, gets 21 in the second half. Vooch has a good game. I mean, he shoots over 50% from the field, 2 for 3 from downtown, 18, 5 and 5 for Vooch. Our rookie, Patrick Williams, 0 for 3, 0 for 1, 0 points, 2 steals, 1 block, 1 rebound. Thad Young continuing to go down in minutes and also continuing to kind of show us that he's human again. Like the 60%, field goal percentage that we had said on this show is unsustainable isn't fucking sustainable. And that's when you start to see things kind of slip. That happened tonight. I really don't know what to say. I do want to point out I want to say something, a bright point real quick, boys. Just real quick. TBJ. Burke, we'll start with you. I want to go into Goose after. Burke, TBJ's play tonight. What do you think?
Well, so tonight, you saw the usual him just hustling on defense, going all over the place. But tonight, he actually finally put together the offensive side of it. He scored 15 points off the bench, 7 rebounds. It's if you get that.
We might have lost Burke there. I think he might have froze on us. So since he froze on us, we'll go into you, Goose.
TBJ got a little more opportunity, but yet we still saw Denzel stay in the game instead of Troy while he was cooking in the fourth. That was a little disappointing, and I really don't understand Billy's thinking. And I mean, I don't know. I guess it sucks for Billy because I don't know who to blame at this point. You got 2 All-Stars, 2 veterans, and a top 5 pick that this front office handpicked outside of Zach. I guess they didn't pick the veterans either, but they're, legitimate veterans. You would agree league-wide that they're at least average, reliable veterans. So what is the issue? Is it Billy? Is it the coach again? Because I'd like to think it's not Billy. He's had success everywhere he's been with greater egos, some situations with maybe even less overall talent. So what the fuck is the issue?
I don't really get it either. And I told you a million times that I'm not going to scrutinize him for his rotations, but tonight I start.
Tonight you start?
Yeah, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't get it. What are you doing? Like, help me, at least help me understand it, because I watch the fucking post games with him, the pressers. I'm not learning anything when he's in those pressers. Like, I'm not understanding why he's doing what he's very coy about it. Like, I don't know why you're doing what you're doing. And I'm having a hard time understanding how this fuck is even getting in to our rotations in Denzel Valentine, and how TBJ, I mean, again, great game. We're going to talk about the bright spot. 15, 7 boards, 2 assists for him. He goes 6 for 7 from the field, 3 for 3 from downtown. I just don't get Billy's logics and lineups right now. I don't get it.
Best perimeter defender, and he was having the most efficient offensive game of anybody on your team, and you cut him short. I don't. And for Denzel Valentine, like, who's out here chucking shots, like freaking floaters. Like, Denzel did he make one shot? He put one in. One for
he
4.
Put one in. He put one in. Went 1 for 5. And then it was one. He hit a 3-pointer tonight, Denzel.
And the other 3 were shitty, horrible chucks that made me want to gouge my eyeballs out of my face. So I get it. I understand Denzel has valuable skills. He's one of the best, probably passers on this team, sadly, outside of our bigs. And that's probably our biggest problem is Tomas Satoransky is our best point guard. And Zach LaVine is not a point guard, but he plays point guard for us because he's the only one that can attract a double, score consistently, and make a read 50% of the time. But as we point out, I feel almost every show, we do not know how to take advantage of mismatches.
No, and we don't. And until we learn how to do that, we're going to keep losing ball games. I don't care how talented your roster is. If you don't have the basketball IQ to go get the easy basket, you're not going to win ball games.
No.
Period. You can sit and chuck threes all fucking day long, and if they go in, great. If that's great, right? Obviously, the 3-pointers are great. But if you're not getting the easy baskets to help lead you to fucking hit, like, honest to God, if I'm the opposing head coach, okay, and I get Vooch in a mismatch with my point guard, I'm not going to call for one of my other guys to go help him fucking double, because the Bulls won't take advantage of it. I know they're going to look to chuck a fucking shot, or Pat's going to dribble from the 3-point line and take a contested midi. Or Zach's going to just try to run in there and clog the paint, so he's got to go through 90 fucking people. Like, it's just, I'm having trouble seeing what they're working towards. And I'm having trouble understanding the rotations. I'm having trouble understanding the IQ. And I'm a nobody to call anybody out, bro. I'll say that first and foremost. I'm a nobody. But I would like to think I know a little bit about basketball to be like, when you see this game after game after game, like, I don't get it. Are you in the league just off your talent alone? You had no IQ when you came in, or Billy, were you just Russ Westbrook and crew? Is that it? I don't know.
Are you a college coach that was gifted roster, and now you came to prove yourself? And
I don't want to say that yet. That's all just me questioning. That's like me. Does that make sense? I'm just questioning myself.
You're not etching that in stone yet?
No, not yet.
Out loud?
Yeah.
No, I mean, when we're losing to teams like this, we have to ask the questions. Because the wins against those teams don't make you feel that much better either. These teams have been trying to hand us wins, and granted, I think the only player they were missing tonight was Malik Beasley. So, relatively healthy team tonight. They didn't have their best players sitting out. They had a top 3-4 guy on their team sitting, but not one of their best players. What are we doing? We just traded 2 first-round picks. Wendell Carter Jr. looks like the guy that people on Twitter told me he was going to be and should be in Orlando. And granted, he's on a tanking team, getting plenty of touches, but how can he do that there, but he couldn't do that here? Like, I'm starting to, I don't know. Unless we get lottery lucky, we don't have a pick. Then we're committed to this no matter what. Is this a trial for Zach? Like, are we finding out right now that they're not paying Zach? They're trading Zach come the offseason?
I feel like I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. I do. I don't know anymore. Like, I was so confident after they traded for Vooch.
Are Pat and Vooch it? Are they trading Zach to get somebody in this draft? And then you're building with Pat with a veteran all-star and, like, completely redoing this roster? Lowry's out of here. Kobe might survive.
Marko Simovic or whatever his name is coming. Yeah. What's his fucking name?
Marko Simovic. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but his first name's Marko.
Well, don't throw your hands up like that, like you're so much better than me.
Simonovic. I'll throw it out there.
What do you want me to say? I've been drinking all day.
So no, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to watch this shit.
Well, like I said, I got notes on my phone, dude. Like, and I take notes every game, and I just of things that stood out to me. And I literally had like 3 notes in my phone before I called it a night, and I wasn't going to take notes anymore because I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Okay,
like,
watching Thad and Vooch below those at the rim in like the first quarter, I'm like, oh fuck, it's gonna be one of these nights.
Yeah, and then I saw you put out the tweet about it too. You're like, oh yeah, they got to start finishing around the rim. I'm like, oh my god. And then, of course, as soon as all this shit's going on, it starts ringing in my head what you said last podcast and like what we know. If you look at the team that Timberwolves have, they have a pretty decent team. They battled injury all year. They have a lot of scrutiny around that team. A lot of, just
coach fired, team sold.
Right. A lot of shit going on over there, but they have a ton of talent. But I mean, it's just this loss, what way you cut it, is embarrassing. It's an embarrassing loss for a team that has basically said,
nothing.
Right.
And now we're fucking around with not even making the play-in the East, which you can be 7 games under 500 like we have been. But now we're starting to flirt with this. Are we even going to be a top 10 team in the East? Well, everybody else is trying not to be. Like, what the fuck is going on? This was the stretch we were supposed to have it together.
Well, that didn't happen, pal.
No, I mean, the Nets game happened, but we got gifted there too.
Oh, God. Yeah, I really don't have much else to throw into this. I'm surprised at the play. You get to see, like, I feel like after we made that trade, it would be a tad bit better once they started getting more games in together. I just took my COVID Band-Aid off.
Look at you.
Yeah, I'm COVID vaccinated. Fully. I am. We do have our buddy Bulls fan DE in here, and he was saying that, as Doug Tonis said, we traded our future for a C-list all-star. I have no problems with Doug Tonis as a human being or anything like that, but I'm gonna reserve my judgment before I say that, because I don't know how people expect to build rosters anymore. It's a superstar and all-star league, and I can't think of a team that's built through the draft besides like Utah right now and Denver here and there that are like a real threat for the fucking throne.
Well, I mean, Golden State, they're the only ones that have done it.
Well, Golden State, right. Yeah, I mean.
So, but you did just list a whole bunch of teams that are doing it the right way, and probably the only way. I mean, maybe not. You are Chicago. You do have 2 All-Stars now, but.
That's what I mean.
We had, and that's what sucks, is you got somebody like Kevin Durant, like, acknowledging the talent and, like, the workings of what's going on over here, and it's like, man, are you just like LeBron? Do you just suck at building teams? Can you not recognize talent? Like, what is going on? And I hope we figure it out. Who do we have next? Is it Detroit? I know it's another bum team.
No, we have Memphis, I believe, is next.
Oh, Memphis. So that's not a bum team. It's a West team that should be in our spot in the East.
It's tomorrow, too. It's coming off a fucking back-to-back.
Okay.
And before we get into this game, everybody, be sure you're going to manscaped.com using promo code on tap. Get 20% off and free shipping on all your manscaping needs by going to manscaped.com using promo code on tap. Summer's coming. It's right around the corner. It's going to get hot. You're going to get sticky. You're going to get stinky. Your lady ain't going to like it. So, again, go get the Manscaped, the Lawnmower 3.0. Go get the ball deodorant, the ball toner. Get your boys trimmed up real nice and clean and don't smell like shit. So go to manscaped.com, promo code on tap, 20% off, free shipping on all your manscaping needs. Goose, Memphis is next. We have just lost 2 in a row. I don't like my chances in Memphis, off a back-to-back, starting at 8 p.m. tomorrow night.
Yeah, at least we get an extra hour. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No, I guarantee I'm going to be sleeping by the end of that game.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about for the players. I mean, if you're not good to go, it's all right, man. The team will do without us, I think. But
I don't know if they can do without us, man.
But
I'm not sure if they can.
No, I can't say I'm overly confident going into the Memphis game. I wish I could be like, we just got our ass kicked to drop 2 games that we should have won. We're going to come out fighting and no doubter, but I'm not there. I think Memphis, once again, is a team that has as much or more talent than us. They're just in the West. If they were in our position in the East, they'd probably be in a play-in spot or a playoff spot. So, not a team to take lightly, and I don't expect to win.
Yeah, I did the Sox and the Bulls parlay today.
You got fucked on both.
Yeah, I did. Pretty hard.
But, I mean, I guess it's better than hitting the one and then waiting and getting excited and then the Bulls just shit on your dreams. That would have hurt a little bit more. And no, at least the Sox would have won then. You could have fell back on that.
Yeah, I could have fell back. At least one of my teams fucking won. I mean, it is what it is at this point. I really don't know. They got to figure some shit out here. Honest to God, the Bulls need to figure this out if they really want to be a playoff team. Because right now, the way they're playing, they want to be a lottery team with a chance of a good pick that you traded to Orlando for.
And how much is it gonna hurt if Wendell Carter Jr. develops into the player that some thought that he could have been? I wasn't necessarily on that bandwagon. I won't claim to be. But what happens if Wendell blossoms? You give Orlando a 7, 8, 9 and a future pick for 3 years of Vucevic, whose contract is declining. But, it's kind of a little, I don't know. We got to see how these cards fall and what the Bulls do. I don't want to fully jump off board here, but fuck, man, this hurts right now.
Hashtag that be so Chicago. I mean, what do I say? I mean, if Wendell turns out to be, I'm still in the boat that Wendell, yeah, he'll be a good player, like I said before, but he'll never be an all-star. He'll never be a guy that makes or breaks and wins you a bunch of games to get you into the playoffs. He's never going to be that guy.
You mean Hutch isn't going to be an all-star either?
No, he's actually going to be Scottie Pippen 2.0.
We really screwed the pooch, man.
He's going to be young. The young Pip nickname is going to transcend, and he's going to become young Pip. And then Daniel Gafford is just going to – they haven't been doing great anyway. Who gives a fuck? I don't care.
No, I mean, the Wizards are worse than us. That's why it kills me when I see people go, let's add Beal. Adding Bradley Beal is some of our fuck doing well.
It's the same old song and dance, baby. They don the red and black. It's the same thing over and over again.
We'd have more assets to trade away.
We sold our souls for Michael Jordan. I am fucking convinced of it. And then,
but I didn't partake in that. So why do I have to suffer?
Because you got to see a couple championships. And it's also, by the way, it's Marko Simonovic. Thank you, Bulls fan DE. He's always got my back, and I really appreciate that from him because I am a terrible person at pronouncing names, and I'll continue to.
You butchered the hell out of that.
I probably did. Why don't you? You know what? I've already had a bad enough night. Okay, I don't need you busting my balls.
The only thing that went different about my day and night for me is that I don't actually watch the Cubs anymore, so I couldn't be hurt by my baseball team getting their ass kicked.
I can't wait to come back tomorrow night after the Bulls just completely fucking beat the shit out of the Grizzlies.
I hope so, man. I want to be a bipolar podcast. I'm not gonna lie. I want to be fucking hyped and excited and talking about championship number 7 tomorrow. That's what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I'm doing this piss poor pouty shit. It's tiring. Life is exhausting enough to add the bullshit on top.
This is I mean. I don't know. I just want to be happy, man.
I just want to be happy.
I just want to be happy as a Bulls fan here. But I ain't got nothing else. You got anything before we ride out here, dude?
No. Let's try to steal the game against the Grizzlies because I don't think we have the advantage and get back on the right track. Because we're flirting with falling out of this play-in, which would be the complete opposite of what the goal had to be when you traded 2 first-round picks, Wendell Carter Jr. to acquire a second All-Star.
Love you too, Bulls fan DE. He said he had to go to work. Shot us a little comment there. We love you too, man. All right, everybody, be sure you're going on tapsportsnet.com for other Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Bulls on Tap, at On Tap Sportsnet. Following Goose at Bulls Scripted. Follow me at Buzz on Tap. Burke was here. His Chrome crashed, but follow him at ChyBurke96. We'll be back tomorrow night after the Bulls they're going to pay the Grizzlies to win the game. Actually, they're going to bribe them. Is how that's actually going to happen.
You guys want to be in the lottery, right? Why don't you just let us take this one, all right?
Yeah, 100%. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review. Also go to manscaped.com, use promo code ONTAP, 20% off and free shipping. We'll be back tomorrow. Let's go Bulls.